Right, only 12 minutes late. Only 12 minutes late. My. Only. Oh, I wanted to update the thumbnail again. Okay, this is this password. I just push copy down. Let's launch ACC, I would say, and just get in game already. Because the server should be up now with practice. I mean, I would be joining for my relative standards very early. In all honesty. But that's about my standards. My standards are joining about 5 minutes before the race actually starts. There's a server named Pommes Spa Action 24/7 with a TeamSpeak link. It's like, god damn it, this is like, and there's 30 people on there. What? That's like, that's so 2005 or something. No, we don't want this car. Even though it's the correct car number, we want actually the boat. We don't want the Aston. So. So, do we get a calibration finally? Okay. It's my overlay. Yeah, I think my chat is my overlays are rotated a bit weirdly. They've rotated again like 10-15 degrees to the right. Because we have time, right? We're not under any time pressure for anything. I mean, 45 minutes right now, and it's Silverstone for all things. It's like, name one track that I know a bit, and it's Silverstone. So, right. That should be enough adjusting. Switch back over here. Oh yeah, not over here, over here. So I can see this here, my model. Switch off the controllers. That worked. Brilliant. Kindly the cursor finally come here. What is that? Just wanting to stay off screen for the next eternity. Come on, cursor. Come on, I believe in you. Why the fuck is this cursor unable to get off that? Oh, my cursor is trapped in AC. That's the reason why. It's not able to get over here. Because AC trapped the cursor every time. Right, AC. Dastardly bastard. Trapping my poor cursor. Right. Okay. And the game is actually not streaming yet. I have to manually swap. But I mean, my overlays are getting data, clearly. So that all is working. It's just that my trigger again didn't fire. Don't know if that's because... Actually, this is of completely fresh... completely the newest version of SimHub that is available because I had to reinstall it. But I guess my triggers and stuff aren't working quite. We have 31 degrees track temp. 31 track time, 25.1 on the front left. I mean, 26.8 on the rear right. That seems for these temps not particularly low. Let's turn that off. With unlimited tire sets, that's good. We can also use brake pads 1. Pretty sure they last for... I mean, after all, I've used brake pads 1 once on a McLaren in a 6-hour race, and they started quitting after about 4. So the brakes were still pretty good up until that point. Only then the brakes decided to be like, perhaps not gonna continue working here. Right, there's one click less reviewing on the car. Let's take another click off there. They ship with a lot of rear wing usually, so it's probably fine to take a bit off. Probably also take the brake pads a bit rearwards and take a click out of the ABS. But we do need a bit more fuel in the car actually, because we need to run it at full hour in the race prior to our pit stop, so we have a higher fuel load in this than what I have in most races. Right, we're rolling. Water. But man, the steering feels heavy with this car. I took like a lap, just about a lap, in terms of just flying around the circuit and seeing how the car works. And saw the car. Didn't think it was that. Woo! Some oversteer there. Wasn't quite expecting it. Caught me a little bit off guard. Car's a bit struggling to plant out of that section. Okay. We have to see. Don't tell me some people joined the wrong order and now aren't able to drive together. I mean, I've seen it work when you join the wrong order. Whoa, the amount of grip there. Holy smokes. I did not expect my car to grip up that much. Maybe I do actually need that 9 rear wing because of how much grip my front end has. At least with this set. There's a lot of aero grip on the car, it seems. The rear tires are quite high in pressure. There's a singular hair running across the left side of my face. Okay, it's feels like a single strand of hair. I need to correct that. Ooh, fuck. Damn. Let me just briefly. Where the hell is this hair coming from? Right now, across my face. Hmm. No, I didn't want to re-enter. Back. Alright, back into the setup briefly. I'm going to do some minor correction and it is crank one click more rear wing on the car. Perhaps actually take a click of ALB out of the car. Didn't check what tire pressures I was actually getting, but the rear seemed to be slightly high in pressure. Already in the fronts weren't quite up to pressure yet. So I think I'm gonna take 0.3 out of the rears and put some more in the front. 0.3 into the front. Right. Okay, let's see how that performs. There's another purple car, but that one is not an Irish car, I'm the only Irish driver. The other Irish drivers are a bit busy driving ERC Star. At the same track actually, ironically enough. They had a rainy race start and it was just... like, that race start was really interesting to watch. With how the MUQU car in LMP1 was like 7th, starting at the back of the LMP1 grid, and was at the end of lap 1 P2. How some people just absolutely slept in that class.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yeah, I think that slight adjustment helps the car a bit, perhaps. But I mean, we haven't gotten everything up to running order yet, and I haven't turned a couple of laps on the set yet. Things have to still fully materialize. It's insane how much grip I have for T1. But then I have understeer for the final part here. So final part of Maggots and Beckett's. That when I get understeer with. Oh well. Ah, drove a bit into the grass there. But get everything back up. Jesus! The car's nervous, to say the least, at times.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Follow me, this is me crossing west.
I can still carry way more speed for T1, but oh my god, that lap is terrible. It's like god awful, even for my standards. I know I can do definitely way quicker than that. I mean, I was quite sideways in a few places. I'm just holding on for dear life. What am I? Outside of T1, where I think there's a bit more time in there for just carrying more speed. That's too wide. Got invalidated there. Missed my corner up here. Hello, welcome. We have still a bit of time left before the race. Oh, the car's slightly stepping out there on the brakes and completely cock up this corner. Still, I'm not sub 2 minutes, which is, I would say, on this track a requirement. Just getting sub 2 minutes with a GT3. I'm not sure where the track is right now in terms of evolution, but on the other hand, I'm also on a full fuel tank. Like, I'm fully sandbagging. Although I'm 3 seconds off the pace as well right now. And this lap has only 1.3 seconds of improvement in there. Which is not gonna be valid, because I have a cut.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I guess there isn't that much more in terms of pace in there. Okay, let me die, thanks. Whoa! Jesus! Oh, this is the thing that's been doing it from time to time, where it just... Yeah, 2 hours solo. I have to apologize for Thursday, because technically I was planning to do the a Porsche Cup race on Thursday, but well, I just simply forgot about it. I felt very stupid when I decided to go early to bed and woke up at 4 AM, which is what happens when you go to bed at like 7 PM, and was like, and while waking up, half asleep, I was like, wait, wasn't there a race last night? Oh fuck. Oh well. Shit happens. It's not like it's a championship round.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And I'm getting BMW'd here.
left.
Whoa.
On the left.
But yeah, I'm currently driving the Coach Dave set. That's what I'm driving. So I'm not driving the aggressive preset. I think I might think about actually loading the aggressive preset up. Because I think I had less issues on the aggressive preset when I was
Car on the right.
doing my exploration lap for the thumbnail. Yeah, the car wants to very much slap loose at times in high speed. You basically have to pitch it in. It has like a two-step in its oversteer in high speed, where you get some sliding, which you kind of want, and then I violate the track limit again. God's sakes, that corner. But you effectively get like two-step, where you have the first step where it's just slightly sliding. You can feel it in the force feedback. You can feel it. You can just feel it through its extent, but like it's not quite there yet. And the car stays at that state for a bit, and then suddenly it might switch to the next state, which is you spectacularly flying off the circuit. And that's kind of an issue. Because that's slightly... remember Porsches that died. A bit painful, because I think it would have been Porsche Cup at Brands Hatch with also the other Cup car there present, which means the Porsche Cup would have been the fastest class, and I would have been like one of like 4 people I think that would have run Porsche Cup. So I could have actually gone for the win, because I'm pretty fast in the Porsche Cup around that circuit. For some reason. Don't ask me why. Kinda like it in the Porsche Cup. Downshift too early. Ah, but there's so much understeer for the final part here. It's kinda annoying. It's just there's so much understeer for the last part. It's like the first 2 parts you have oversteer, and then suddenly you have understeer. I need to finally get this corner right here. That's better. My lines are all over the place. Thanks, mate. Whoa! I make a slight lift and the thing just goes. Holy shit, this thing has just no stability. Why? And I now reloaded into the car, so I don't have the tire pressure. God damn it. I mean, they're not gonna be useful much. Let me see briefly. Can I get some tire pressures out of my stream? Hello, overlay. Would you kindly swap over so I can actually see? They actually seem to be on point, the pressures. Yeah, the pressures seem actually to be on point, I guess. It's just the tires might be a bit warm, even if my overlay is a bit overly sensitive. I think they were actually a bit high. and a bit warm, the tires. I am running brake duct 3 in the rear and brake duct 4 on the front. Maybe I increase that. But yeah, that sudden onset oversteer is just so vicious. Let's lower the rear right height a bit. Because this is technically a pretty high speed circuit and we're running quite a lot of air on the car. So it's like, So I did get the suggestion once that I should use. To use perhaps more toe out on the toe. I don't know. I'm not too sure if I should use toe out on the rear, however. Especially if a car that does this. I'm not particularly sure if that is a particularly great idea. But yeah, I think maybe open up the rear brake ducts by a click and then increase the tire pressure on the rear slightly, just to compensate against the tire temperatures going down through changing the set. So let's just briefly save this. Granted, despite being like 3.5 seconds off the pace, and actually I should be more like 2 seconds if I get a valid time in finally, that doesn't have a massive slide through that corner. But yeah, we now have a lower rear right height. This would lead to more understeer, which is kind of what I'm starting to deal with as a problem again. But okay. I mean, we're currently still in the close to the top 20. Although I think some people haven't turned a lap yet. Fast times being in the 1:58, I definitely want to get sub 2 minutes already. Actually, what is the track condition? Oh, we're on optimum. Yeah, okay.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Jesus, look at that. That's just pure understeer. We have to do something against the high speed snap oversteer. That's more like it. That's actually stable through that corner. Yeah, we now have definitely quite a bit of understeer in the set now, I think.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front. There's a slow car ahead.
Jesus. Yeah, I think this like slight change in the rear right height did so much to the aerodynamic handling of the car now. I'm starting to be able to actually halfway line up the exit of that corner. Oh fuck.
Got some light damage on the front.
For fuck's sakes! I come around the corner and there's 2 cars that have decided to die there. God damn it. 4:30 PM. Wait. 5 minutes till the driver's briefing at 4:30 PM. Chief? What do you mean 4:30? Like, what 4:30? Do you know time? Because it's 21:30, which in no time zone will in the reasonable future be 4:30. God, what the fuck? Math. Okay, let's just briefly go on Discord and I guess join the driver's briefing channel. Wait. You gotta be kidding me. I just noticed a certain person is in that briefing channel. I'm by the way muted, so there's no issue to continue talking, but let me check the entry list because I didn't notice they were on there. Is Rookie Monsters on the entry list? I don't think Rookie Monsters is on the entry. No, Valkyrie Racing is on the entry list. And Valkyrie Racing features Kirk Heath and Jessica Pelletier. Well, the 102 I definitely have to avoid like the plague. 102 M4 GT2. GT3. Where are they actually, the 102? Probably quite a bit further up the road because... Well, are they even on the server right now? Because I think they might not be on the server. I think the 102 is missing. Well, I'm blind. Usually it's the latter. 101, their team colleague is on the server for sure, and they're showing that the Bentley can actually go quite quick. That's not even more favorite. Oh, Eric Neville at the front. That's a good sign. It's not even joking. It's a good sign. Good guy. Right, let's just briefly sit in Eric Neville's car while I extract the link. 104. No, not 104. 102. 104 is on the server. 102 is not. 101 is on the server. 102 is on the server, but 104 isn't. Wait, 102 isn't, but 104 I think is on the server. 104 is fine. Oh god. I posted a certain meme that I probably shouldn't discuss on here, and somebody replied like, yeah, we do actually have this channel on our Discord, and well, I'm like, okay. Good. Hi. Look at even streams. So, right, I've shared this. Let's just actually jump back into the... and I mean, maybe we can actually see Pelletier perform. I mean, everybody's in the channel. Oh, Devin is actually talking, but my audio isn't working. Fuck!
important because it kind of shows how popular and active the community is, and how there's a lot of things that can be possible in sim racing. So I really do appreciate you guys showing up. Before I kind of dig into the fun drivers meeting super stuff, I just wanted to talk real quickly about an issue I see people having with joining with multiple drivers. The challenge is it's a kind of a Kunos ACC challenge with drivers joining in the wrong order. And typically, we have multi-driver entries. You have a first driver and a second driver, and if you don't join in order, then it can sometimes break the entry. And the only thing that really can fix it is a full server restart. So, unfortunately, for some review, I can't solve that problem because it's just kind of the way that ACC interprets multi-driver entries. So I do apologize for that because it's a bit out of my control. One of the things I will do, though, in other future events is I'll make sure to make the joining criteria super clear, because I know for some folks they're not as experienced joining with multi-driver entries, and so it was a little bit confusing. So I apologize for that.
Servus, danke dir, Simon.
Oh, say again? Sorry? I'm hoping that's a no worries because I can't actually fix the problems. Alrighty. As far as event stuff, just so you guys are aware. So qualifying is 20 minutes. You guys have plenty of time to go and run laps. As far as those who are familiar with the qualifying format in ACC and how this works, this will kind of be familiar for you. But there are a couple folks where this is actually their first esports race ever, so I just want to cover a few things about qualifying. With qualifying on your mini-map, a gray dot is a car that's on a hot lap. A blue dot is on a car that's either on an out lap or an invalid lap. Don't ask me why it's like that, but it just is. If you can, for cars that are on a hot lap, if you have a gray dot and you come up against a car in a gray dot, please try not to overtake each other in qualifying. Give each other space to kind of run clear and open laps. If you're on an invalid lap or an out lap as you've fallen off, if you could just be courteous and kind of step off the line in a reasonable place so that cars on a hot lap aren't impeded, that would be fantastic. Like I said, you guys have plenty of time for qualifying, so you don't need to bunch up as you guys are all leaving the pits, and you also don't need to bunch up in the final sector to get a run. You have plenty of time to take a run, so just take the time and do it as necessary. For our multi-driver entries, it's a safe bet that whoever is starting the race should be the person in the car when the qualifying session is over, so you don't have to worry about any last-minute panicking. So if you do have somebody who wants to qualify but isn't planning to start the race, it's a good idea to try to have them bank a lap first, and then come in and do your driver swaps, and then the other driver can just drive or sit in the pits or do whatever you would like to do. The race itself is 2 hours long. We tried to keep this really simple. There is a single pit stop with a mandatory tire change. So for those who have multi-driver entries, that's a perfect time for a driver swap. For those of you who are soloing, it's a perfect time for a break. As far as any live stewarding, we're not going to have any live stewarding today because it's just a exhibition event for fun. So the only penalties that you'll be incurring will be any penalties that are through ACC themselves. So, drive-through penalties for not lining up at the start, track cut warnings, kind of the traditional things that the game will give you. But there won't be any additional, driver standard penalties. There won't be any protest forms. Pretty much any of the general crankiness that we might have after events, I'm just not going to deal with. So this should be for fun. As far as the race start and the formation lap on the race start, just for those who are new to ACC, when cars are on a formation lap, there is a full formation lap. Cars can ghost to each other on the formation lap as you're warming up tires and brakes, so please try to stick with the car that you've lined up with after qualifying on the grid and try not to ghost through each other, because ghosting can make some start line confusion and kind of getting cars lined up. So if you guys can kind of all leave in a gradual pace and I'll kind of stick with the car that you originally were kind of paired with when you're lined up for the pre-race start, that'll make your life a lot easier. Perfect time to warm up tires and brakes. Weaving does a little bit for surface temperatures. Gas and brake does a little bit for core temperatures. So, for those of you starting the race, if you're not warming up your tires, it'll make your first corner kind of difficult because you'll have cold tires and cold brakes. So it's a good opportunity to do that. As far as that, it's just a fun race, right? Have some fun, enjoy yourselves, race hard but not too hard. I'll be around to kind of answer any questions throughout the event where I can, but I'm also going to be broadcasting, so there might be a little bit of a delay in response, but I will do my best to get back to you. Are there any kind of open questions? I want to give you guys a couple minutes to go run again if you need it.
Yeah, just a quick question. Can we use return to garage in Quali, or do we have to come in the pit lane?
You can use return to garage in Quali, but please don't stop on the track to do that. If you'd like to, just pull offline or pull into the grass or somewhere off the line so that you're not blocking a car if you want to return to garage.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Anything else? Oh, okay, yeah. So blue flag procedures during the race, we're going to follow kind of traditional SR rules, right? So blue flag cars do not need to jump out of the way for the leaders, right? It's up to the leader's responsibility to kind of pass cars they are lapping safely. You've driven all the way around the racetrack to catch another car. Your driving standards shouldn't drop because you're catching a slower car, right? For cars that are being blue flag, though, if you would like to get out of the way, Silverstone has plenty of safe places to do that. So, like on the back straight going into Stowe, coming out of the arena section, a few other places where you can just gradually either stay on line and decelerate, or just make it very obvious that you're going to be slowing down slightly coming out of the corner. You don't need to jump offline. You don't need to jump out of the way. It's actually harder for the passing car, or the car that is lapping you, to get away or get around you if you jump offline, because that's where they want to go. So you stay where you need to go and just go slightly slower. Let the faster car do fast car things. It's a perfect point. Yeah, no problem. Anything else?
Yeah, hi. Is there a pit window or is it completely open?
Oh, it's completely open. Yeah, no pit window. Yeah, so you'll more likely be limited by fuel than tires, but you just need to make one stop for tires.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Anything else?
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to emphasize that our first few laps are mostly for warm-up, so you don't have to be competitive right in the start. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, if I could say that another way, it is a 2-hour race, so trying to kill ourselves in the first couple laps won't help for fun. So yeah, that's a fair, valid point. I know that some of us will be racing hard because we're racers and we won't listen once the green flag drops, but you know, be nice. Anything else? Okie dokie, artichokes. Like I said, I appreciate you guys showing up. I will be bouncing between this Discord server and the broadcast booth where I can. If something gets stuck or there's just a big problem, just DM me directly and I'll do my best to come and fix it. But I really, really appreciate you guys showing up and dedicating some of your weekend for this event. It's really appreciated.
Big thanks to you, Davin. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you, Davin.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
All right, go have fun. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Take care. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Good luck.
So, let everybody head back out. I think I've also noticed there's some actually good drivers here. I think I saw Dolking in the list of names there. I think there's some like actually good drivers here, so it's not like we're going stupidly slow, but I think we should be at sub 2 minutes. I think that's... I'm more basing my own pace requirements off where I think I need to be, rather than where the other guys are. It's less relevant that I'm 3.5 seconds off the pace. It's more relevant that I believe I'm 1.5 roughly of where I should be. But yeah, I'm not sure if that car's actually in the race. I saw Pletia on a Discord. Whatever, it's just one car in like more than 35. We might not even meet it. Whatever. It is what it is. The thing is, Pletia has performed, I think, quite decently well when she drove in the More Female Racers Championship. I think her performance there was actually competitive, if my memory isn't deceiving me or something. At least from what I saw. It's just when I've raced with Rookie Monsters in a 4-race, small short 4-race exhibition thing that I recorded but never actually got around to uploading or anything. She wasn't particularly good. Like, we drove Porsche Cup around Silverstone, I think a 15-minute or 20-minute race, and then the ST around Paul Ricard's, and she was in both races at the back of the grid. And then she wasn't, I think, particularly competitive in the RF2 races either. Like, I struggled a bit in the RF2 races, but was like running 4th in the 2 ACC races. Yes.
Yellow flag, the child in front.
And there were definitely drivers that struggled in ACC because they haven't played it much, like Angus Tong, and that then performed really well in the RF2 side. Because they have a very different skill set. Right, I've done some slight adjustments on the set. Namely, I've actually increased the ride height again by 1 millimeter. Previously, I decreased it by 2 millimeters. So I'm offset by 1. I did check if it changes massively the aero balance, but I actually forgot to check the fuel. I did forget to check the fuel, but it didn't change it too much, so I don't know what the hell is going on. Still, because I mean, fuck, what is this shit where you just drive into a corner and the car's like, actually, never mind, you just die. And I'm not going faster, which is even more worrying. The car's like actually going slow. What the fuck is this shit? Like, I should be improving by like easily a second, but like I'm not finding any time. Something isn't right. Oh yeah, Pelliatier is actually now on the server. I just saw her name when driving by start finish. Must have waited for the briefing and then joined. It's all fine. I just saw her name while driving. Let's not get carried away with her. The memes write themselves. Don't need to do that. Oh, honestly, I think the adjustments... and I've also actually put toe out on the rear. Yeah, I want def, apparently.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
How long is my fuel actually lasting? I mean, yeah, my fuel calculator's still broken. Because of how many times I've reset it back to the pits and got fresh fuel because of that. My sim hub is like, well, you're consuming like 25 liters. No, not 25. 25 is actually the underestimation. The thing is burning about 45 liters per lap.
Session is now over.
Which is numbers you expect at, I don't know, what is the track called? Targa Florio, but not at Silverstone. It's perhaps the amount of beer you need for to get an Oktoberfest regular around the circuit, but I don't think anything else uses 45 liters around this track. Perhaps 45 liters of just sheer water. In case you wanted to, like, I don't know, drive a boat around here. Like an actual boat, not a boatly. And yeah, I know, the qualifying is technically... Oh god! What the fuck is this shit? I think I need to tap the brakes for that corner just to stabilize the car a bit. Also, I'm noticing, despite my very open brake ducts on the rear, the tires are still quite warm. All of these things coming a bit together here. But we're now P15 just through the sheer fact of, like, not sucking ass, but... Well, the fast guys have actually decided to put a lap in. So there's that. Alright, we need to slightly adjust our setup. Slightly, I say. A bit less fuel. I didn't check how much fuel I was actually consuming. But 20 liters should be enough for now. Oh yeah, and I put the AOB back to where I found it at. Right. Ignition starter. Let's start rolling down pit lane. Yeah, that's end line. Okay. Well then. Let's see how much time I can actually gain by not carrying massive amounts of fuel around the circuit.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Slow car ahead.
When I step on the throttle, I think wants to slightly rotate, so that's okay. Let's do this. That's a lovely line, honestly. Would love to have that on my qualifying run. Well, maybe it can be better. Right, let's build a bit of a gap. I've plenty of room behind, but I don't need to now be brake checked in the last corner to get a gap here. Definitely can carry a bit more speed than that. Should have probably not slowed down that much. Let's just get a bank in. So I have a reference point. Probably stay on the throttle, actually, don't need to lift completely. Are you gonna let me buy, or... Yeah, okay, you're letting me buy, thanks. Got slight oversteer on the entry there, and then it snapped to understeer once I downshifted, so I missed the apex completely. Let's see what we'll get here. I think it's gonna be particularly great. 59 to 85. Considering there were 56 set in warm up. In practice, sorry. Whatever, doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference. We definitely can improve a bit. Got massive oversteer there over the bumps. Turned in early here. Ah, got invalidated. Stay on throttle. Ah, hit the curb again. Honestly, the lap was solid, but I think there's quite a bit more time in there, for sure. I need to gap this guy. Yeah, I have a bit of room behind. Okay, slow down slightly. We'll let him drive away for now. I'm about 2.5 seconds right now off the alien times. Come on, build Yap. Because this guy isn't particularly the quickest. Not the best exit. I'm noticing my tire pressures aren't like good at all. They seem to be at either end of the fucking spectrum. Oh no! Come on! Ah, oh, clip the grass for fuck's sakes! I missed this apex as well. I mean, a 59 is... I mean, at full fuel, this is hard. Like, with full fuel, that's like kind of the goal. Get into the 59s, but like, over the long run. I mean, right now, with the tires at pretty much peak performance, this isn't much of a challenge. I shouldn't be that evil. I mean, it seems to be enough of a challenge because I'm P10. Right. Like, it tells at least that this isn't, like, easy. It's not hard, because there's clearly people going much quicker than this. I'll not carry as much speed. But pretty decent exit speeds. Oh no! Messed up. I didn't line up correctly. Right. Mm. Right. I think my front right was slightly high on pressure. Yeah, that was slightly lower, I think. We just put it like this and I don't know, try. I mean, I have 6. Yeah. Right. Oh, I just noticed I turned at some point my... No, we don't want windscreen wiper as well to add to my rain light. I look very confused when I... when I run a rain light. And that's stupid, but it didn't do any damage whatsoever, so we're just going to move on. So, 10 minutes remaining. Oh god, how tight this is actually. I need to definitely improve, so I'm just a bit out of the danger zone, because I think I can drop quite a few positions here through basically people making non-improvements. Come on, Lukas, focus. Although catching to the next pack of cars, which is it's about half a second up the road, that's a bit more of a tough ask. That's a bit more of a tough ask. Yeah, this set is gonna some point in the race on Lorraine. Oh, that would mess so much. Look, I'm probably not opposed particularly too much to rain, but also on the other hand, I'm very much aware whenever people say, oh, we need rain to balance it out. Oh, missed my apex there. I think my braking marker is gone. I think that's what's messing with me subconsciously into T1. There's definitely more time for that section. God damn it, Joe Dallas is about half a second up the road to me. That won't stand. It probably will. Let's face it. Not as good of an exit as... Had sudden snap oversteer. And I changed directions there. Some slight snap there. I think I need to revive my old technique of early apex for that corner down there. It's very counterintuitive, but you basically don't actually swing out to take the corner at full speed, but you just... Let's see where we're coming out,
Well, the main distance being crossover.
T1 without the braking mark is difficult as well. That's a nice improvement. Oh no. Pretty sure the Aston front is invalidated. Let's see if there's much time to be found still. There's a 10th, I think. Not that really. 56, Jesus. I think prior to 1.8 and with like 15 degrees ambient and track temp, those numbers are like actually really doable. When you see me here like struggling to go. On the other hand, a lot of them are on the McLaren, so it's like they're practically cheating anyway. Well, I think they're McLaren. I haven't checked actually what car they are, but I think they're probably McLaren. But I mean, it's not making the 1.8 seconds. Let's be real. It's probably like a bit there, here and there, and then the fact that they're really good drivers. No questions asked.
Losing time in sector 2.
Yeah, the end of that lap wasn't particularly great. And that was quicker. Ah, slightly tapped the brake there. That was stupid. Messed up my entire run for the corner. Sixth at McLaren. Yeah, I mean, that's also not surprising. Scruffy. I don't think I will improve much, if at all. Not an improvement. I'm still. I was already slow on the exit of this corner on my previous run. I have enough fuel for another run. Go for it. Oh, slightly wide there. Tenth down. Gonna improve. And we have another attempt. One more. Early braking. Nice on the throttle. Good exit speeds. Oh, I messed this up completely. Ah, fuck. Yeah, that I went flat out for the first bars, which meant my line was completely balked for the second part. We're still not gonna abandon. We're only a 10th down. Oh, That's a bad line as well. Okay, that's not gonna work. Stop, 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 stop. We don't need to collect the Porsche. Oh. Right, okay. Back to the pits. We're burning about 3 liters a lap. So at least that's a number that we can right now use. 56 divided by 60 plus 1 memory store. 120 divided by memory recall. Okay, that's 62. That's 64. Let's just take 64 for now. And then let's take 3.05. That's 195 liters. So I think I can start with like 95 liters and then get to the halfway point that way. For my current strategy, okay. 95 liters. Schedule 95 liters into the car for the pit stop because I'm probably over planning already. It's luckily not the end if I underfuel by like 5 liters or something. So that's all good. Use current tire pressures, okay. All of this is set. Car's honestly pretty solid if I pull it together. I don't need to get my run through new T1 a bit more consistent down. Oh, come on. Joe got by me again. For fuck's sakes. Joe got back by me. But we're actually the fastest Bentley. It's obviously talking with his Beamer in P1, then McLaren, an Aston, a Merc, a Beamer, a McLaren with Joe, and then it's me in the Bentley in front of another McLaren with a nice number, and that's a Porsche. Merc, Porsche, Bentley, Beamer, Merc, Bentley, Porsche, Beamer, and then another Beamer. And P20 is about a second behind me in qualifying, so that's not too spread out. Outside of like the top 5 are within a second, and then the top P5 to P10 are within a second. It's fairly spread out, all things considered, but after that it gets a bit tighter, I guess. Slightly. Not that much tighter, but just slightly. Right. Yeah, I think the lap was very solid. I don't think I could pull much more out of there. It would have been hard to beat Joe. Very hard. It's Peter O'Brien sharing with Eric Neville, and Eric has qualified the car in P4. So yeah, I think that's all performance for sure. Yeah, M4, M4 I said. M4. Oh yeah, and also that's the 737 now. This BMW here. By Piletti, qualified P25, about 1.5 seconds off me. That's honestly not too bad. Right. Okay, we have the fuel on the car for the race. I think my tire pressures are a bit all over the place. That's about it. Tire pressures on perfect. I kind of just have to roll with it at this point. There's no going back, really. I mean, I can adjust them in case in the pit stop, but before that I'm kind of just stuck with them for an hour. But I think they were good enough. Realistically, right. I have quite a bit of after session time right now, because we're waiting for everything to tick over. Actually, we do have a Lamborghini in P33. he put a 6 minute 70, which is I think the last like halfway competitive lap. Not 6 minutes, but 6.7 seconds, and then somebody put a 9 seconds off the pace, and another one was 13 seconds with an Audi. And then there were 4 cars that had not put in a qualifying time, but one of those is the same guy twice. So we're 5 minutes actually before the race, so I think I will just briefly go to the toilet, honestly. Right, I will be right back. Ah, 3 minutes still remaining. Okay. I have not followed ACC meta for that long. I've started playing ACC really about a year ago, so you can't really ask me if the Lambo has ever been quite competitive. I can tell you that I've tested the Lambo once, and against the Audi it felt better. It was significantly more stable. And I drove it once in a Kyalami 100-minute race or something. And, well, it was a early morning Kyalami race, and I closed my brake. This was prior to 1.8. I closed my brake ducts up to 1. So my brakes were cooking by lap 3. I think I still finished like something like P6 or something. But the brakes were fucking cooking. Like they were just... They were going up in flames. I had to brake like massively earlier than everyone else. And I told them after the race, like, yeah, I had closed up my brake ducts too much. The car wasn't braking. And we're like, that's why you were braking like an entire braking mark earlier. And it did then mid-race show sometimes the classic Audi behavior of suddenly wanting to snap oversteer on you. So that wasn't particularly fun. It's an Audi at times. You kind of have to remind yourself of that. Which set did I actually use in qualifying? Because man, I have a feeling the tire sets are gonna be a bit worn. By the end of the stint. A bit second hand, you could say. Yeah, it was very cold. It was, I think, like 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. So it was about as cold as it can get in ACC. It was very cold. And I tried to like close them up to get the tires finally up to temperature. I mean, it was prior to 1... Or was it actually after 1.8? I think it was prior to 1.8. So I tried to get the tires up to temps, but they still grained. Because prior to 1.8 you still had to kind of get your tires up to temp to avoid graining. Which infamously was a problem for me, though I think I didn't actually suffer that much graining. I think I got light graining on the tires. Which, considering it's me, it's not that bad. I contemplated actually changing the brakes, but the problem is you can just change the brake pads. So it doesn't help anything. You can't fix your brake ducts. I can't just say, hey, could you just fix the brake ducts briefly? Like, I don't care if I take as much time as you change the brake discs. I just need the brake ducts adjusted. But yeah, that's... So I thought of not changing, in that case, the brake ducts. Not changing the brakes and just ran the brakes. And the brakes lasted the race. They didn't die. I think I ranked type 2s even in that race. They lasted. It wasn't the end of them. And I mean, you change the tires and then you find a volcano behind the brake disc. It's the brake discs. I mean, F1 brakes when they head into the pit lane are also like stupidly hot. So it's not like these brake discs on these GT3s are that much hotter than them. I mean, you can get into the situation where brake discs might be close to glowing in endurance racing, for example. I think back in the day that wasn't completely out of the realm that you head into the pits and the brakes are nearly glowing. Right, I didn't check actually the weather. Nah, it didn't change much. We're still roughly at the same temperature. There's sunshine predicted. I mean, you can look out of the window and see like that this is like what, 5% cloud cover or something to nothing. I think like a couple percent of cloud cover, I think. Yeah, but not really much. Don't really have to worry much about it. Yeah. Right, we need to put this on there. Did that Merc just teleport or did he pop into my view? I think he teleported. Assuming we're going double file here. Come on, game.
Going double file.
No need to accelerate much. Right, okay, just the brake bias. Back forward with this. And into position. Right. Okay. Show me if your map is correct.
Green line, give it all you got. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I just ran the guy off the road. Sorry. Oh fuck.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Where did that hit come from? We have another car side by side with us. Man, I'm just noticing the left side mirror isn't particularly helpful for figuring out if you have a car right beside you. I think the Porsche hit me and just gave back the position just there.
Clear on the left.
It's all good, man. It's all good. He's gonna go up the inside now. I'm getting mugged here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Come on, twice! For fuck's sakes, twice! He runs into the back of me twice! Ah! That is actually getting annoying. But I mean, he just got dumped there. Oh, come on. Luckily, this didn't end like Paul Ricard, where I got spun immediately from this hit. I somehow survived both of them. Oh, that's way too wide. It's not good. Fuck. I'm opening up this race already perfectly. With a track cut in lap 1. It was a really bad idea to run wide there on the opening laps. You need to run some safe lines first.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Seems that I'm getting this MUQU back in. Although it might be that he's in his last sector of quicker than me. I think the MUQU is quite a fast counter straight. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Also, you're saying a good first and good first and second corner. I would say the second corner wasn't good. Because that's what started that actually a bit, because I sent the McLaren off the road to avoid me. Due to me making a mistake. Right. Let's see the moves. Let's try avoiding running out of the track so I have actually a valid lap. Because I'm getting hunted down by the other boat. I didn't check if anyone in front of me was actually soloing as well. So I don't know. Oh wow, I did not think I actually would stop in time for this corner. Yeah, he was way early on the throttle than me. I left some time on the table there.
Gaining on the car heading sector 1. Well done, this has been crossover.
But we're not really bleeding time to the cars in front of us actually. Despite them being 3 seconds already up the road, they're lapping about as fast as we are. Could have actually broken later than him. Passing him is not gonna be easy, he's by no chance slow. He's just in some places a tiny bit slower than me. While in other places actually slightly quicker. So I can't right now see anywhere where I can get a run on him. Especially when he just outruns me out of the corner. Of an F moment. He was a bit slower than usual for... I think I found someone who's actually worse than me on the brakes. Which when I get alongside would actually be a neat feature. Despite being so much in the dirty air, my car's still working really well for the high-speed corners, honestly. I'm really surprised how much grip I have through the new T1. I really have a lot of grip there. Yeah, we're throwing like hundreds of a second at each other. He was slightly quicker than me last time around. just seems to still have the exit speeds down, which makes him very hard to pass. I'm just stuck in this like half a second gap. Oh, I got some slide oversteer there. The tire pressures are slightly on the high side. He might be at times pretty cautious on his entries, but like his exits are really solid. You have a bit of breathing room behind. We're actually keeping up with the cars in front. No! Oh, fuck. It had to happen.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
And then you sent that message. I'm sure you sent that before I spun. So let's get back up to him. Shown it's possible. Whoa. Easy girl, easy. It's a bit temperamental. At least I don't need to really flirt with the track limits on T1. Select the button to stay there. He kind of messed up a bit there. He just let a bit of time. Let's announce us. Don't need to turn on the high beams, but the low beams are enough. Maybe I should use one click more TC. To help the car a bit. Borderline. I have to give him maximum concentration. Ah, fuck. Hit the curb there. So close. Not so much of an issue, we can catch back up. And we're all, I think, catching slightly on the McLaren in front. We actually have a lapped car coming into play here. Yeah, I think he made slight mistakes, that's why I catched up pretty quickly on him.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Gaining on the car, heading sector 3.
I mean, he's slightly slower for T1, his car is just not as quick. I think I gain wherever my car's really, like, strong. Which seems to be my car's really strong in the aero-demanding stuff. However, he seems to just have the exits nailed down. So getting a good run on him is just nigh on impossible. However, he does brake quite early, so we might at some point just lick the postcard and send it. Ah, and then miss up the corner. God fucking damn it. Yeah, McLaren in front is Definitely dropping a bit off. Holy shit. That lag spike.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Can't and there he's gone. The McLaren is gone. The McLaren lost it. But yeah, my rear tires seem to be having issues. I'm getting quite hot, it seems. Oh, I messed up this corner. Really bad exit from me. McLaren is no more. Crap rave going on. No, not crap rave, sorry. Coffin dance with a McLaren. Ooh, we're starting to get to the point where I'm close to touching him. I mean, we're nearly half an hour into this race. What are actually my fuel predictions? About 92.8 liters to get to the end. Turn a few more laps before I can do an undercut.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
He's very wide there. Need to brake quite a bit because he's quite slow in this section. But he slingshots like no tomorrow out of here. He just has his exits now. Oh, come on, Netgoat, please. Stop teleporting him backwards and forwards. Problem is he's in the out of the chicane up until new T1. He's just up until new T1 he's so quick. But then he's again slow for new T1, so and then to the braking zone of the next corner, so considering the other cars don't seem to lag around right now. Oh yeah, it seems his netcode, his internet isn't particularly great, because you can see that the NSX in front. It's a lapped car, by the way. Let's see, what are we gonna do here?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I just wanted to show my nose. Keep up the pressure, but never going for that one. If I was fully alongside, I would have gone for it. No questions asked, but like, when I'm just there, it's just no. That's not worth it. He just pulls a few cowlings out of that corner here. And I can just not quite keep up there. I overcooked this corner slightly. Just a bit too far back to do anything. Or perhaps we are capable of doing it. But this time around it goes the other direction. I did not quite think I could pull it off.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
The thing is, I do have the braking performance to try diving. He does not have that great of brakes, it seems. So we're starting to fight here quite fiercely. Yeah, he seems to be lifting on the exit here, just to stay within the track limits. Are you going to go defensive?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Backs out of it. So Joe Dell is 6 seconds up the road. Oh man, that was a tough pass. Yeah, I'm starting to pull away from him. But man, this guy was a tough nut to. Crack. However, once I had just the tiniest of openings, it turned relatively simple to finish the puzzle. He did not put up much of a fight once I got alongside. Probably because he knew that at that point it was just getting out of hand completely. I didn't check what time the car in front did, but I think we're definitely running them down pretty quickly right now. And that left car is definitely not helping them. Yeah, they just dropped a full second with that lapped car. I think that's again the Audi. I mean, that's a bit of an achievement. I think they came out of the pits, that's why they're again in front of us. I'm gonna catch them all so badly. Oh, they... Thank you! That is very appreciated. I did not expect you to actually open up the door there. But much thanks. Okay, we have to pull up our pace. So keep pace with Joel in front. Joel just did a 2-minute 02. But they were also slowed down massively with that car. Can definitely be a bit better for T1 there. White line out of there. Yeah, they were nearly a second slower last time around than me. And I'm pretty sure I can do a bit better than this. We have another lapped car about 9 seconds up the road. I definitely have to stay on my toes with this car. She's a bit of a brat. Do I need even more TC? I'm using 4 TC and the thing is still kicking at times out of the corners. Oh man, we caught like 4 seconds that time at that lap around on the lapped car. He's driving within the top 30 actually, so it's not even that bad. I think we might have just a lot of depth in the back of the field. Because I mean, if you're like 4 or 5 seconds off the pace, you probably was just struggling to get around the circuit. So depth is kind of expected. But I mean, if he approaches it by just not dying, then it's no surprise he's actually in a decent running position. Oh man, Joel, you have absolutely no luck with the traffic, it seems. Because you got again caught up behind the car in front. On the exit there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Car looks fine. Oh god. And then we suddenly have somebody who's really fast on a beamer behind us. A lapped car also. Maybe who knows, I don't know, the leader disconnected and now somebody's trying to... They're trying to come back now. Yeah, those guys seem fast. But you're just a bit too far back for me to just lunge out of the way to let you by. Oh, and I think you probably have actually a fairly similar strength pattern to my car. So you shouldn't have too many issues getting by. Oh man, he came out of nowhere. You have 59 flats from him. Yeah, I think I will let you down into Stowe. Bye. You just have to stick through this section here. Then I'd mess up the exit here. Cost me a bit of time, but it's not like too bad. He has to get by the other guys. And I think this was a fairly good balance of time lost. Don't murder him, please. I think they did a slightly better. Nah, I mean I'm closer now, but they also like half a second, about a second, half a second per lap slower than me. So this could have been just a natural time loss by this McLaren to me. I guess they took damage at some point or something.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa! Joe, come on! Crowding me into the grass there nearly. Not pleased about that, not pleased. That's not nice. It's not like you can claim that the Boatley is hard to see. The freaking boat.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
He's a bit sideways there. Four-wheel drifted into that corner. He's definitely throwing everything at it.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
It's costing me a bit to the cars in front. And the difference is he's quite decent probably for the high-speed stuff as well. Because the McLaren leans a lot on its aerodynamics. So yeah, let's see where we can get an opening on him. Although honestly I'm really fast for T1. So I guess I'm still faster in the high speed stuff than the... Jesus, you're slow. Holy shit, this guy's slow for the high speed for Maggots and Beckets. I just noticed. I completely misunderstood that. He's really slow for Maggots and Beckets. I can't make that much of a lunge because he seems to be braking very similar to me. It's 7.5 laps worth of fuel remaining in the car. Definitely getting stuck right now behind him. Yeah, I mean, with that, I'm slowing myself down. Going it 50. Why is my tire pressure suddenly so low? I'm pretty confused about that. State of affairs. He's like brake checking me effectively out of the... Yes, because he's really slow onto the hanger. Straight. I need to figure out a way to get by him quick. Because I think the pack behind me is actually catching up back to me. And he still got stopped with that. Impressed. And McLaren seems to outbrake me. It's just that I rule the high speed. Now I need to guess this correctly. And he messed up. He messed up big time. But he still is quick enough. And his brakes are good enough. God damn it! Ooh, fuck. And then the Audi gets involved again. God damn it. This is a fucking mud fight because he's not giving an inch. Yeah. Just went for the send. Oh, Audi, why are you so slow? God damn it. Man, he cost me a lot of time. Joel just put up a complete hefty fight there. Ah, okay. We definitely need to now go back, push. Because I think our tire temps are down due to... Our tire pressures are down due to being stuck down in the McLaren. lost about like 6 seconds to the cars in front. Right. We've already dragged a second out on him. Oh yeah, right, I need to check my how much fuel I need to take because we're approaching the pit stops. 3 laps to go before we have to pit. Right. Seems the right side tires have slightly high pressure actually, and the left side tires are slightly low right now. Predicting 90 liters to get to the end.
Yellow flag accepted.
Where is everybody? Oh, there's no car in front of me in the next 10 seconds. That's why. I'm not seeing anybody. I've just been used to like seeing somebody flinch by like that. Important part is that I have to still nail my pit stop. Can't be missing anything there. Oh, and I didn't practice the end entry. God damn it. Let's hope nobody eliminated the pit entry board. I think the pit entry line is quite late. And somebody's pitting already. And pressure staying the same roughly. So, okay. Overcook this section. He's still a bit twitchy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take 95. It's just a nice round safe number. I do actually have a bit of damage, but that's... Cook this corner slightly. NSX commits cone murder. If you kindly not get in my way much. Please.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
One more time around. And we have the pits. Okay. Front left, 1, 2. Rear left, 1, 2.
Running low on fuel. Prepare to come in. Losing to the car and east to 1.
Perhaps not 1, 2 on the rear. Because I'm in the first part of the stint. Rear tires were quite hot. And the weather hasn't changed really. The right side, 1, 2, 1, 2. Tires 8 is a fresh one. Bodywork off. Don't need repairs. Car's fine as it is.
We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go.
Yep, and we're gonna come in now. Ferrari doesn't come in with us. Nope, it's just us into pit entry. Okay. Stall finally. And I've messed up. We're wrong. We're massively, that's gonna cost us dearly. Oh, this could cost us a position here, the pit stop, because I missed my mark. Okay. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mandatory start. Start here. Let's go. Go, go, go.
Okay, we're rolling. think they were both the race leader and a lapped car. Those two McLarens that just went by. So I guess we just about made it. Who's behind me? That's also a lapped car. There's an Aston in front of me that has not yet... That has a 30-second stop and hold. He must have overcharged the pit lane entry a bit. So he must serve that penalty.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
The Bentley is actually in the pits right now, so he has to also come in. I mean, he has come in, so it's... Is this a lapped car? I think it's a lapped car, not the race leader. Yeah, it's a lapped car. The race leader hasn't pitted yet either. And the guy serving the 30-second stop and hold is also in right now.
There's a slow car ahead.
Hold on, that guy's actually for position right in front of me. Those guys must have spent a bit of time in the pit lane fixing their carb. And they nearly dropped the position to me due to that lap car. Whoa! Nearly hit him there because he turned in way too early.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I think this is a pairing of one driver is really, really fucking good, and the other one is okay. Most likely, if you give him a few laps. But not immediately as soon as I get my chance to attack. Because I was back in the moment of backing out there. Okay. Good. Race leader is still out. It's interesting to not split this halfway. I know, well, he knows better. Yeah, I've gapped already the beamer by 4 seconds. So we've suddenly been propelled into the top 5. From P10 to P5, that's a really good run so far. I'm not too surprised. Let's see where our competition honestly is. It seems a lot of our competition just got lost in the pit stop. Despite me, like, completely misaligning. And the race leader's also actually in. So it's... Yeah, Eric Neville is about... I don't know, there's no time right now. 33 seconds in front of me. Yeah, that's a bit of a gap to P4. I mean, I could have just looked at my overlay. It's still the Beamer behind. He seems to have actually gotten the grasp of the car and is now running not too dissimilar to me. Hey Joe, how are you? That you come in here with caps lock. You're slightly displeased about my pass into T1 on you. Oh yeah, it was a bit of a lunge. I mean, I don't know what happened to you guys that we were so slow there. Ah. Ah, okay. Well, it looked like that. The car wasn't particularly going quick anymore. Well, with the pit exchange, it seems that you guys have also dropped even further back. Because I have no clue where you guys have gone. And for some reason I've gone up to P5 or something. Look, it sometimes happens. You just sometimes end up with a car that's set up, track, conditions combo, where the tires just die. And I got lucky today and had luck. My car is... it's on the edge. I've had to cut once the new T1 because it's snapped oversteered there, and I've had quite a few saves and close calls with the car, so she's a bit of a brat, but she's going pretty quick. Yeah, I got her finally to work because I was throughout practice not even really able to string laps together because the car just was dying. And just at the end, finally got the correct ride height. Got a grasp also driving wise at the end of qualifying finally on the car. How to approach especially that corner there, new T1. That thing is... if you don't take it right, you can easily have a massive oversteer moment. But my Bentley seems to be really good on the downforce, and it doesn't care to follow cars. I don't even lose the downforce when I'm right behind someone. So actually somebody pitted out of the lead and is now only in quotation mark 21 seconds in front of me. Because before it was Eric Diaz 33 seconds up the road, which is just okay. I think I have a fairly quiet time now in my second half. Representing the boat gang. Yeah, I would like such a performance for the pro racers, would be nice. Not to be at the back of the grid once. And this is despite being hit twice on lap 1, but luckily I didn't spin. Right, we need to dispose of the back marker right now. He's for the first time I think we've seen a back marker who has like some degree of pace. I say that again like... and he seems to fight me as well.
You're on the left.
I'm a lap... You are a lapped car. There's no point in trying to cut back under me. That is silly. I actually just noticed the beamer has gained on me. I had over 4 seconds on the beamer, it's now down to 2.7. This is not gonna be easy, this is gonna be defensive, I think. Because he was really slow on his outlap there. Because I caught him when he came out of the pits on the outlap. But he seems to now have gotten the grasp of the car a bit more than just getting the grasp of it. He's now actually going quick. I have to put my head down and pound in laps again. Yeah, that Beamer is definitely putting pressure on me. He's more than just matching me, he's slightly going quicker. So any like dud laps are going to cost me dearly. Well, he has now to deal with some traffic, so I have to.
Car on the left. Oh, you're on the left.
I'm somewhat puzzled at times where these people are slow. I can understand having issues turning through there with a Porsche, not quite with a McLaren. He got by the Audi pretty quickly without issues. I lost time there. He's gonna target acquire, then he's gonna run me down. Yeah, the left car decided to die in T1, so he's now by him without passing him. That's unfortunate.
Goes into the car, heading 71. Car on the right.
Thanks.
Clear on the right.
Oh man. He's definitely not going slow. He's consistently going quick. And he's slowly melting the gap away. He's not going to have an easy time passing. But if his tires hold up a bit better than mine, this is going to be They keep going in his favor. And also we have a lot of traffic, so if I get held up by traffic, that could be very much the opportunity he needs.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, the can't front P4 has a drive-through penalty they are serving right now.
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Ah, they just about came out in front of me. Ah, they are there. Ah, they are just gonna stay in front. I don't need to fight them. That's not. They just about stayed in front of me. That's lucky for them. Well, P4 would be nice. These guys are too quick for me. And the beamer's gonna catch me if I start fighting. So I'm not sure which one is the better pick in terms of fighting against. A fully functional McLaren or a up-to-speed BMW? Which one is worse in terms of are quicker than me? Yeah, he's already pulled since he came out of the pits about 0.4 of a second, so give him a few more laps and he's just gonna escape away. As long as he doesn't get eliminated by back marker, but hey, let's face it, I don't think that will happen. It would be shit if that happened. That was a close call, I think. I didn't have much of a choice either. Just have to keep running. Oh, he's bleeding right now with the back, that guy in the beamers unlapping himself again. No clue where the yellow flag was there. Because I need to let that beamer back by again. I think he's just going to go much faster than me. McLaren looks quite sideways. But I expect him to get it within a couple of laps back up. But he's not really escaping right now. We have about half an hour to go. Just over. And the McLaren looks very uneasy. But he in 2 corners just made up 3 tenths. So didn't underestimate him. Beamer is not gaining. I mean, the second Beamer is not gaining that much on me. The lapped Beamer, I mean. He's not gaining that much on me. He's taking his time, it seems. Yeah, McLaren has got a back up now. I think he's gaining quite quickly. Because, I mean, he may have to pit at some point again. Because I think he's off pit cycle. Such an extent that he needs to pit before. Oh god. Took the cut there. Oh, I did not get a track cut. Just invalidated the lap. This cost me a second. Don't run me over, please. Okay, you send it.
Out on the right. Clear on the right.
You're welcome. Please rejoin and get back on the road. Yeah, it cost me again a second. Sorry. Beam has now going down to 2 seconds behind me. Not good at all. Come on, get your shit back together. That's an aggressive and a half line to take the inside sausage curb there on the entry of the section. Really interesting one. Well, he is on fresh tires right now, who knows? Well, we know that he's back here with us again. To unlock himself again.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, there's a parked car. How he got there? Probably spun on the exit of the corner.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Beam on beam action front. Oh, that back mark is. I mean, yeah, right. Those two are actually, I think, fighting for position. Although there's a difference. One of them is a back mark. The other one is just a very unfortunate soul.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Losing time is car in front in sector 2.
Right, now everything seems to be under control. For the most part. When the car isn't trying to oversteer on me. A bit squirrely on power. For some reason I got waved the blue flag at me. That beamer seems to have just yielded the position to the other one. I think that's the Porsche now in front that we had the collisions with at the start of the race. Although we now have to deal with a back marker for now. Who is not going particularly quick.
Slow car ahead.
Could you fucking yield? Ah, this guy's cost me now quite a bit of time.
Clear on the right.
That's an entire second because he was slow. Fellow boat could you help me? Apparently not.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Sorry, but I just gonna bully myself past so I can actually get by because there's just really bad traffic there. That helped obviously, young now. Catch a bit up. And now we have a really hefty gaggle in front. As I mentioned, I think that's the Porsche that I had a tangle with at the start of the race. Who ran the back of me. and then spun on the second contact. Well, most of the gaggle is actually the cars that have passed them already, so. It's just the Porsche alone, basically. Because the rest of the gaggle is making it up the road. And it's not getting stuck behind another car. Seems the Beamer and the McLaren are actually fighting for some reason. Ask me not why. But yeah, actually that's an Aston that is now behind them. That is for position for the Porsche, so that's actually a bit yikes. What are you guys doing? You're not on the same lap and you're fighting like it's no tomorrow. Come on, McLaren, just let him go. You're just asking to get wrecked. The Beamer's quite a bit quicker than you. You're going not much quicker than me, and it's... Oh, thank you.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Someone
left.
coming. Very nice. I'm gonna try to not hold the ab. Try to stay close to me so you can have a chance on the Aston front.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Consider that there's a Porsche behind me that is for you for position. I very much thank you for letting me by. Okay. Now those two are actually scrapping right now. And the more they are scrapping, that's actually good for me, because I can get back to the McLaren, which still the McLaren is for position for me, while the Beamer isn't. So the McLaren fighting the Beamer is like one of the most stupid things I have seen in a long time. Just let them go. I hope they crash, because it's kind of what the McLaren deserves.
Slow car ahead.
And we now have a bit of a gap to Young here. He hasn't gotten a good... Oh, fuck! Fuck, I had to... I don't know how the fuck that was saved by me, but... I was so gone, but the car just didn't swing the other way, luckily. Luckily the car did not swing the other way. So I was just about able to hold on. Jesus. Refocus, Lukas, we need to hit our marks. And get by that battle in front. If you just let him go, he would just pull away immediately. Missed apex there. I'm involved in this battle in front. Could you please? Oh god! Jesus! What the fuck are you doing driving that corner? Drove with way more throttle than usual just to keep the car stable. Looking at my pressures, I might have a slow puncture on the front right. My tire is a bit low on the front right. It seems to be a very slow puncture. Seems the McLaren is right now able to shake the beamer back. Or the beamer stopped attacking just to survive. Because he seems to realize like that he's not gonna get an additional position anymore in this race. And that McLaren is not gonna let him particularly go. But this McLaren is also now bleeding in the high-speed stuff. And he's still like darting around behind them, showing that he's there. Nearly again, the car. It's getting light for there. There's some minor contact between the two. If this was for position, this would be an interesting battle, but like, those two are not for position.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Problem is I cannot rely on the beamer actually letting me by to do the battle. There's a shirt going down to... Oh, not quite, the beamers. He's close. Trying lunging, but he's smart. He doesn't straight up run the guy in front over. Would be very awkward. But he's definitely applying a lot of pressure to that McLaren. And then I run wide. And we have P4 right in front of us. That McLaren is P4, he's fighting a lapped car right now. This is the fast beamer from earlier in the race. He's still unlapping himself. He blasted, but I let him by. Well, he effectively dive bombed me to get himself by. But the McLaren is putting everything into just keeping him behind. And that's just gonna... It's just waiting to backfire on him. Yeah, I got... apparently everybody else had a really shit pit stop because... Okay, Beamer's by. But now I have to make my way by, and this guy has held up Beamer. And the Beamer's a lot quicker than me. He's kinda quicker than me, so it's... My car's slightly nervous. I mean, you can see it's... I just bled a lot of time there, getting out of that corner. I have a bit of a gap to the car behind. But I'm struggling with this corner now. I guess it's over. Unfortunately. Yeah, I stumbled over myself. The car's giving up now. I have 4 minutes on the clock right now. I have 5 laps of fuel on the car. Just under. It was so stupid from the McLaren because I would not be in this position now if he had just let the Beamer go. He seems to struggle similar to JD. Not JD. Yeah, I mean, Joe Dallas is also JD. But he seems to struggle very similar, how that he's way more defensive and stuff.
Car on the right. Player on the right.
Okay, he does definitely. He opens the door on the outside, but then pushes me off the road on the exit. This guy is... I mean, he fought about cars, so he isn't particularly the smartest bolt in the pack. He's quick. Don't get me wrong on that one. And bye-bye.
Left. Player on the left.
Oh, I had a shit exit there, but I think I just about brake checked him. Forced him to check up. Up to P4. For now at least. I'm just going to hug the line. It's right now. Not giving him an inch. And then run sector 1 as fast as I can to break the draft. Oh, got a bit of oversteer there. Should still be quicker than him. Ah, he's close, he's very close. And I'm a big fat Bentley. He's a very aggressive driver. Not quite, man, not quite, and his rear tires are giving up.
Leaders on the final lap now.
Please. Thank you very much for pulling over for this battle. I'm driving very not smooth right now. My lines are not clean. My heart is beating up out of my chest. One more lap to go, one more lap to go. And the McLaren is far down. I think he's out of fuel? He's bleeding time like crazy now. Yeah, he's 4 seconds now. He's going to drop the position to the Beamer in a second. I think it just happened. Yeah, Beamer has position against the McLaren.
The leader has finished the race.
I guess they didn't calculate their fuel. I still have currently 2 laps of fuel remaining. I will probably finish 1.8 laps of fuel remaining. We're nearly there. Yeah, he's dropping back hard. I think he's out of fuel. Coming out of the final corner. Run to the line.
Right, the race is over.
P4. P4. Yes! Ah! That is just perfect. Oh man. Ah. Ah, my hand. Somebody's celebrating there. Oh man, I think that's young. Hey. No need to bump me. That's all on you, mate. When you came out of the pits, were so slow, nearly cut the corner, and then I had up the inside. I was already backing out, and you still gave me the room. Yeah. So yeah, man, that was tough. Wanna join me or something? I'm just doing my lap. He still... He did keep it interesting for sure. Okay, the results are official now. Yeah, Sandberg has not finished. P4 for us. 40 seconds behind P3, who's nearly half a second behind the race winner. And half a second, sorry, half a minute. Oh fuck. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry. That was not intentional.
We have some light damage in the room.
There's a slight problem. Don't merge with me, please. Now we have quite a bit of damage because of that. We're pushing, we're pushing. Not letting him not finish. So, right. Everybody's finished now. Let's pull over the car. Man. Okay. But that makes it very ironic that I put so much effort into passing him and then he just runs out of here on the last lap. God damn it. Like, come on, dude. That means the top 10 have finished on the lead lap. Well, technically top 9 because he's not scored in the lead lap. Right. But Eric Neville, and who finished with whom? Oh, Jay Ruoff is the fastest solo driver actually. He finished P2 alone with his AMG. So that's a bit unfortunate for me because I was not able to secure fastest off the podium and I'm not the fastest solo driver. Sad. T. Beninsky and P. Bokida finished in the McLaren 720S in first place, then obviously Jay Ruoff in his Mercedes AMG GT3, and then Eric Neville and Peter O'Brien in their McLaren 720S, before I come in with a boat, finishing in front of the young and A-Cross in their BMW M4 GT3, which is in front of F. Fabig and L. Treffs in their Mercedes AMG GT3. Then Jay Farrow and Joe Dallas in the 720S. In P7, A. Jones and P. Van Boyscom is in the second Bentley in P8. Jay Luna and is in a Mercedes AMG GT3 in P9, and then O. Sandberg and K. Pendergast in their 720S in P10. And then we have another few more cars. 31 cars finished because one ran out of fuel, but 32 cars got classified in the end. Last place finisher is obviously the Audi. He actually drove alone. Mad props to him. Despite finishing 7 laps down, he still finished. So that's something. Man. How many laps did I do? I did 60 laps. That was... Oh, the server shut down. Oh well. Do I want to save the replay or something? But, I mean, the replay is... Oh, I'd have... Actually, it's fairly complete because it goes down to like lap 18. Yeah, let's just save the replay, I guess. I don't know. How much replay runtime do I have configured? An hour 15. Now that explains it. Well, I have like most of the races or replay available. man, that set in the end was really, really good performing. I really pulled. Pretty sure this is basically the same, so I just put an R behind it. Just to make sure it is saved. Double and triple sure. I'm not taking chances on that set because it was so good in the end. Although it's still like, it was so sketched. I flew 3 times off the track there. That's iffy to say the least. To fly off the circuit like 3 times for the same corner. That was too close at times. Too close for comfort. Oh man. So back to stream start. Someone pinged me. That's David on this Discord. He is thanking everybody for participating. Oh god. My ass hurts. Maybe people chat this. Until I turn it back on. Okay, thank you for muting this. Right, I have another ping somewhere here. Ping, ping, ping. Chase the ping. Oh, there's the ping for the daily casual race. Right, that's going to happen. Oh, no, that's not actually from that one. That's for from the for putting in a great performance just now in the race. So. Big Joe. Got a Big Joe. Alright. But yeah, we have another race later tonight. Let's remove this comment. Spam comments can be removed. I just have to keep forgetting Lukas is like, yeah. Alright. Oh, the drunk karaoke got cancelled due to low attendance. That's unfortunate. When is actually the next race? I just have to figure out for a moment. When is that race again? Some racing.gp. In an hour! In an hour is the Spec Camaro race. God damn it, this is, I need to... I've signed up already, that's all good. It's just... I have to now, gear back up and get back in the sim. I thought about, like, doing stuff in between, but, like, I just realized how little time there's in between. Just remove this comment. Right, so I've cleaned the chat out. Okay, there's an hour now in between. Right. Okay, let's call it for now. I will be back in an hour to do more driving in ACC. I just noticed I dropped like 600 frames. It says 0.1% of all frames. But considering that I've been live for nearly like 4 hours, saying that it is 0.1% is like a stretch and a half. Even with 600 frames, 600 dropped frames is not a good sign. Definitely not good. I mean, I don't need to pull my overlay up. No, I just need my hands. Perhaps a good idea to pull up the screen so I can actually... Jesus. Give me a few frames, goddammit. This is terrible. So. Hello. Right, okay. Let me pull up my stream so I can end the stream. Man, you can turn this stream into a compilation of saves, a compilation of... Hello, fingers. Oh, I was looking at the wrong hand. This is slightly confusing because it's mirrored and stuff. You can make the compilation of saves out of this. You can make a compilation of just pure racing, but I mean that one would be basically the entire stream. You can make a compilation of me... I'm sweating my ass off. It's like, this had everything. Despite it wasn't like the most exciting thing ever. Okay, that's saying something. Because I mean, there was barely a break in there. Like, sure, there was phases where I wasn't like actively battling side by side, and for my battles were oftentimes like just following the car in front and waiting for them to finally screw up. Because it was really tough, especially the MUQU was really tough not to crack. But once I cracked the nut, I was past Stint finally. They did not make it easy at all for me. So, yeah. That's that. We'll be seeing each other in an hour, roughly, to do Camaro racing. I need to make a livery for that car as well. Right. Okay, let's end this. I want to perhaps get out of the seat for a moment. Bye bye.